Welcome everyone to a special Halloween episode of the Williams Pulse. Today we're chatting with a few students who've had some memorable Halloween experiences to share and some last minute DIY costume ideas for anyone still looking for inspiration. First up, we have TJ and Ronald with us. Are you guys looking forward to Halloween this year?
Oh, most definitely. Shameless plug, we've got the play on Halloween, so y'all should pull up.
There we go. Some advertising from TJ. The Mousetrap will be playing here at Williams Baptist University on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. So if anyone who's interested in going to that, I highly recommend it. All right, let's get into it. First, we're going to start off with TJ. We're going to ask him if he's had any scary experiences in your hometown or here on campus that you'd like to share.
Well, here on campus, new thing for me, fog. It doesn't really exist too much in Arizona. I've seen it a couple times during the fall, and it definitely gives kind of a spooky vibe, especially when it's going in between the trees, creating some weird light effects. It's kind of cool.
What about you, Ronald? You have any scary experiences?
So when I used to live in my old house in Blyville, I used to live across the street from two graveyards. Fog is pretty funny because I used to think as a kid there was like dead bodies lifting and like going back down into their caskets, so it was pretty funny.
Moving right along, have you guys ever had any last minute costume ideas that you've had to think of on Halloween night?
Actually, I have. So it was pretty funny because I ordered a costume and I was going to be ice cream and like the ice cream cone with my friend.
Nice.
And our outfits didn't come back in time. So we decided to be Alvin and the Chipmunks. And I already had a red shirt. So I took some yellow paint from my mother's classroom and I painted a yellow A on my shirt, and I didn't notice that it was like bleeding through my shirt. So when I took the shirt off, I had yellow paint like all on my stomach, and so it was just a yellow A on my stomach, and it was like, it hurt like really bad trying to get the paint off because it was like stuck to like the hair that was like on my body, and it was really scary.
TJ, do you have anything to follow that up with?
I don't know if I'd call it a costume, but last year I did No Shave November, and so on the day before November, you shave it all off. But I decided, it'd be a great idea if I kept it as a mustache when I went to Treats for the Cove. So I was walking around Treats in the Cove with just a mustache, which that might be the scary thing that people remember.
Are you going to do that again this year?
No, sir. I need the beard for the play, and by the time the play's over, we're a couple days into November. I'm just going to keep the beard.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming and being here for our special Halloween episode. Thank you guys for coming.
No problem.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Our next guests here today are Grant and Trey. Are you guys looking forward to this Halloween?
Yep.
Grant is so excited for Halloween. What about you, Trey?
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to Halloween for sure.
All right, awesome. Well, I'm going to give this first question to Grant. Do you have any scary experiences that you have witnessed either on campus or in your hometown?
One time, I used to have a four-wheeler actually at my house, and I would ride it up and down our road. There's a cul-de-sac at the end of our neighborhood, and there's a kind of like a field there. And I went down to the cul-de-sac. I went down and I looked in the field, and there was just like this weird like fog, like mist. But like I thought it was like all around me, so I looked around, and it was like a sunny day, but there was like a fog, and it was weird because I didn't know like how it was working. And I went back home. I was scared. I didn't know what to think about it.
I don't blame you. What about you, Trey? Do you have any scary experiences either on campus or, in your hometown?
Yeah, back home I work at a water park, and I was cleaning the water slide. It's enclosed, and it takes like 2 hours to clean for sure. And I was just like slowly like climbing up the slide. And then my boss, Alfredo, he waited till I got to the top of the slide, and he had on this clown mask that he'd been showing me earlier that day, but I had no idea he was on top of the slide. And yeah, as soon as I got up there, I heard some scratching, and then I peeked my head out, and yeah, he scared me. He scared me good for sure.
That would be terrifying. I'm moving on to kind of a less scary note, kind of on the fun side of things. So everyone loves dressing up for Halloween, but sometimes costumes don't come in on time. Your friends at the last minute want to do something with you and want to include you in a group, and so you have to think of a costume to make up. So Trey, have you had any last minute costume ideas, or like, you know, he had to create a DIY costume of any sort?
Oh yeah, just go to Walmart and get a white sheet and throw it over your head for sure. That was a trend, wasn't it? 2018, 2019, where you throw a sheet over your head and take ghost pictures around town. Do y'all remember that?
I've seen some ghost pictures. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's a pretty smart one. Pretty smart one to do. What about you, Grant?
Well, my family's always been kind of like do it from scratch kind of family, so we always did that. But I think my favorite one I could remember, I was little, but I wanted to be a Ninja Turtle, and so Mom was like, she like pulled out this like plastic pan, and I like colored it green and like made the shell design, and then I just wore like some green clothes and a mask, and I was the Ninja Turtle. It's pretty cool though.
There you go.
Which one were you?
Whatever the red one was, I think it's
Raphael.
yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys sharing your Halloween stories. Thank you guys for listening to this Halloween bonus episode.
And everyone have a happy Halloween.